Hey yeah, folks, this is Chandran here, and welcome back to my duo, no cheese, no rest, honor mode challenge run. This is episode 3, and for me this is going to be a short one, but I'm probably going to edit it together with something else. All I want now is to get all of the trading out of the way, so that's basically what I'm going to go and do. I am going to start off by picking up Wyll, so that I'll have 3 characters to place as each vendor, so that it takes a little less time to check the vendors while I level up here. First off, we're checking this guy.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Let's just ask about this first.
I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels.
Yeah, well, it's not probably his choice, but he seems to be okay with it. I think we are just not going to challenge them on this and just leave and ask him for
Need anything
trading
else?
instead.
Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Good. What we want to check for this guy are scrolls, but they are very expensive on honor mode. Don't know if they have specifically been raised or the price of everything has, but there are some of the items here, like these ones, are wildly more expensive than they used to be, and I think the Ring of Fling has changed rarity and might have gained some price as well. Runout doesn't matter too much. I also should probably look at some of these and see if he has any of the important ones, and he does not seem to be. Good, that seem to have that, I mean. So we don't really want anything here. I am going to go back and take all of the conversations afterwards, but for now we just want to do all of the shopkeeping.
Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Oh, boomy.
I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
So he seems like a genuine nice guy. Maybe a little too hero-y for my taste, from his acting out at the gate with all his quipping and stuff.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
That is correct, and everyone seems to know. So I think we are going to take this option we are granted to peer further into his mind.
You see the fiend
Explore
again
what that's all about.
with Wyll's rancor. She is an infernal war devil, a threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A
Devil's
devil's
advocate.
advocate. A champion in the blood war between
Quite literally.
diabolical forces and demons.
Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mindflayer ship, but the damned elixirs infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
So from Wyll's perspective, there's a little mismatch maybe in the story here. So he tracked her to the ship, which only just entered Hell, and he got aboard and he got infected before it all went to shit. And Karlach as well, apparently. I wonder why she was there, if she had been adopted, or if she was just going there with all of the imps to serve Zariel. I'm not entirely certain, but doesn't matter right now. I'm not entirely certain I want to battle with any more devils. But we could ask about this. It's a little weird that he's here if he's the hero kind of guy, and he's just sort of chilling around.
I know the stories. Doomed to shed my skin, become a lithid, and there's no coming back. But I haven't sprouted any tentacles, least not yet, thank Baldurin. Could just be good luck, but sooner or later, it's bound to run out.
So he may be just thinking that he would be able to feel it coming on and he can get away so that he doesn't endanger anyone. But because I'm quite certain that Wyll wouldn't want to endanger anyone here in the Grove. Join me and we'll search for a cure.
A worthy ally, perhaps. But I'll waste no time chasing devils while a tadpole feasts on our skulls.
Oh, you might have to,
I've seen
Lae'zel.
your people in battle. I reckon you are no mere warrior, but a god's damned army. I'd be a fool to let you turn your back. Pledge me your talents, and I'll pledge you mine. I'll presume that's Githyanki for yes. Now let's move.
So I really like that interaction. I haven't seen that before. I don't usually bring Lae'zel. That was nice. And now, how do we do this the best? Actually, the first thing we need to do is we need to go down here to Dammon, because Dammon is the one that I want to invest money into. He's gonna be there for all 3 acts, and you usually want to buy some of what he has at least. And she also sells arrows, which is quite nice.
I should speak up.
So, let's start by actually chatting to this guy.
Off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Let me see his wares. So what we're looking for are hand crossbows. This looks like a hand crossbow. This is very great. +1 hand crossbow. Oh, I'm not supposed to buy it just yet. First thing I'm supposed to do is actually back on out of this one, because I forgot to do something. And Lae'zel, give me all your money, gal. I should also, that's probably easier like this, so should also be selling most of this stuff. Well, maybe not most, but a lot of it. We are going to be... Oh, that's not supposed to be sold. All the gems and stuff. In case you don't know, what I'm doing here is just holding down control, but I think most of you should probably have found that out. You can also shift-click the items. It's same functionality as in Windows, basically. And I can add them as I please here. And then I can just right-click to add anything. It helps a lot with sort of controlling the inventory. So what I want to do here, actually, this would have been better if I was level 1. Because the price to up his attitude is based on your level. And at this level, what I need to pay him is 500 gold. I cannot recall what it is for level 1, but it's less at least. But I did want the second level for the invocation, specifically for Fiend's Vigor that I took last time. Thinking back, he should definitely have gone for the Persuasion one. I think I already regretted doing that last time, going for Agonizing Blast instead. I don't really need it at this moment. But if I give him 500 gold, he's gonna like me a hell of a lot more. Let's start by doing that. And it's still 36%, so we really want the Persuasion here. But I'm not going to level anyone up while he has the hand crossbow, so I am going to buy this first, and that's 143 gold. We're already getting a little low on gold here. Luckily we have some stuff we can sell. But before I do that, I am going to level up Dredge here. Bots. More bots. So many bots. Before we do that, we also have to go and check them all, because if she has any bloodlust potions, we want to get those. I will be talking with Zoru at a later moment, but for now all I really want to do is
He stares right
Oh, I
past
should have
you,
talked with this
as if
guy
you're
with Lae'zel,
invisible
probably.
or boring.
Let's
You
see what he's
nothing
looking
out
at.
of the ordinary. When you turn back,
And failed the
there's
perception.
no trace of the child.
That's how it goes. I think I'm going to bring Lae'zel along here. Just so that we have... Oh,
Assume nothing.
come along. And she should also cast her Astral Knowledge. I haven't done that yet. That's it at Wisdom. She will be spec'd around later to have higher Wisdom than she does at the moment. Please. That's not how it goes. This is a little fiddly sometimes.
Have seen everything.
So I
Seems like a good moment to
think
talk.
just being nice to Sylphie here should be
I
enough for.
don't have any money or anything to sell. My partner does that.
Let's not press on that. I think just being nice to Sylphie here should be enough for Maul to like us. But if not, we can go down and see if we can aid the other guy against Bath.
Whoa, hey. Can't say I've ever seen someone
Melly,
like you
I think is
before.
his name.
You some kind of elf or something.
So what am I? Am I indeed a swamp elf here? It's probably the pointy ears, eh? What makes him think that? Yeah, sure.
Huh. Never heard of those. I guess I have now. Anyway, to business. Hold out your hand. I want to show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. Call it. Heads or tails.
Just realized that I will not be able to get down to Maul before I level up. So well, let's keep this going first. We call heads.
Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap too. Interested?
Not gonna call his bluff. I think we're just gonna say, oh, I'd really like to just learn more, just ask into it, but that's not an option. So I guess we do
Okay,
it like this so he can
fair.
prove his skills
Let's go again.
in
Heads
sleight
or
of hand
tails?
again.
Call it.
That's again, of course.
Heads it is. There. Happy?
I wonder what happens if we just keep asking him to flip the thing, but we're not gonna annoy him.
Got it. One sec.
Let's look at his wares, see if there's anything we want to buy.
That's what I got.
That's not. Oh, we failed the perception there. I hope that it still gives me a chance at least to speak with, what's her name, Sylphie. Otherwise this is gonna be not that great.
Nothing caught.
You suddenly feel
there we
something
go.
moving against your back and turn.
Oh, poor girl. Gal. I don't know. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? I have no clue with these tieflings.
I can't do this.
And Lae'zel does
anymore,
not like me
Bandits.
being kind to her.
I'm sorry.
Him. But whatever. Them, I guess.
I'll take that.
Hey,
Oh.
you here to trade or? Bye, I guess.
Okay, so the only thing we could do there was press the... by looking at a black screen. So I need to be small to get in here, and in order to be small I need to level up, so we need to do that anyways. I think we're just gonna go down and do that, and the reason we can just do that here, to be honest. Dammon is gonna level up anyways, no matter where we are. We're changing out his inventory by leveling up, and we are so far only going to do it on Dredge. And the level up here is quite simple. We are going for one level of Bard. Not Warlock, no. Bard. Because this gives us the easy persuasion. Get to pick another skull. And we just sort of have to get it this way instead, since we didn't do the other one. We don't want these ones. We want Friends and Minor Illusion. Friends is really a double-edged sword. I am kind of worried about using it on a mode, I must admit. But I think there are some checks at least where it's worth it to have it. None of these other ones. Blade Ward is... I really like Blade Ward. Let's just talk about that for a slight moment, because I know people sort of hate on this one. And it is a bad use of an action, especially in a two-man party. But in a 4-man party, having this available on your characters to just take half damage from the entire group of enemies, or the one boss, or whomever it is in certain situations, minotaurs, ogres, all that sort of stuff, can mean a huge difference. And it lasts 2 turns here instead of the, I think it's 1 turn in the tabletop. So you really are sort of taking away one of their actions for one of your actions. If they are pure physical and there's only one of them, or they are all attacking you or something like that, then you're even taking away more actions. So Blade Ward is a really strong ability that I like having available, but Friends is as well, and Minor Illusion is something I simply just want to be able to get some tactical positions here from the beginning. I also find this stronger when we have more characters than we do at the moment, or in this playthrough in total. For spells, we are going to grab basically all of the ritual spells. We want the speaky spells, and we want Featherfall. And I could pick up Longstrider here in order to have it, but I think I'd rather just get it from someone else. And then maybe take Thunderwave to have it available. It's one of the few spells here that are really impactful because of the knockback effect, and it's an AoE damage spell. Fairy Fire is 2, of course, but works better with a full party. I'm considering still taking Longstride anyways, but I'm usually just casting this from camp on someone. Or maybe I'm actually gonna pick it up with Lae'zel here, that might be a thing. We're taking the flute, it sounds awesome, and it doesn't weigh as much as the rest of them either, so there's also a mechanical reason to do that. That should be it for the leveling here. I don't think I've forgotten anything important. And we're not going to level up anyone else. This means that we should now be able to go down here, please. We have Burning Hands, and we have Thunderwave. That might be double dipping on the thing here. Let's just get small for a second. I sort of like this, or I find it funny at least, that this spell was originally in Dungeons & Dragons called Change Self. And that was very confusing, because a lot of people thought that you actually changed yourself. Of course, the name of the spell. But what you did was only, like, put an illusion on you. So they, for one of these later editions, I don't know which one entirely, but at least for 5th edition, they changed it to Disguise Self. To make absolutely certain that people know you were just disguised, it's just an illusion, you are not actually changed. And then Baldur's Gate went ahead and implemented a version where you actually are the creature. So if you are small, you can go through small holes. If you are a Gith, I do that on one of my builds for my tactician stuff. It turned into a Gith to be able to use something like the Silver Sword of the Astral Plane. Let's see if we can find Mull here after that little tangent. Let's see if she is already friendly towards us.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here.
Sounds promising so far.
And thanks for going easy on
go.
Sylphie. Not many marks would have done the same.
So, happy to help.
And we're happy to be helped. Now, what can I do for you?
So we do need to do these talks, and we will be RPing them since you're here anyways. So, first of all, warn her a bit about how risky it is.
For a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate.
She probably knows looking at her.
You planning on telling me stealing is wrong?
And I think the only way out of this one is a little too dismissive. So I think I have to just throw some gold at her, because I'm definitely not going for the first one.
Won't turn down free money. I've got operating costs you wouldn't believe.
She's a little insane, though.
Come see me in the city sometime, huh? I'll repay this and then some. See you around, maybe.
So it's a good way to... Oh!
Yes, coming.
I guess it's not wasted. It's a good way to get inspiration as an urchin, apparently. That works too. Or whomever it was, I guess it was an urchin.
Back.
I never left. So I don't know if I go down this line again, whether or not I'll have to pay again. So let's not do that. Thought you might need help with something.
I do, as a matter of fact. Revenge. I want to steal that big, shiny idol they're all chanting at.
Just ask into it
The
first.
important thing is to get it away from them. That ritual's gonna get us all killed. And we can sell it once we get to the city. Thing like that's gotta be worth a small fortune.
So I'm already not impressed with a group of druids trying to throw out other people just to be left alone. Especially not since it's kids they're throwing out. So let's just... I'll see what I can do.
They look as brittle as old bark. But they're vicious. Anything else?
And now for the real gold here. Oh, inspired again. Nice. A lot of inspiration going around there. We have nothing incredible at this point other than the candle. Candles are always good, but we don't need to buy those. Yep, so nothing
Anything else?
very special.
You've been a friend to us. Come back anytime.
And now she apparently actively likes me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place one of these at each of the windows I want to check. I actually don't think I'm gonna buy any scrolls since they're too expensive, it appears. But first off, let's check here, and if he has a hand crossbow, we might need to bring Chandron, but no, not Chandron. That's me. Right.
Gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my
see your
clothing
worst.
elsewhere.
So he has a heavy and a light crossbow. So no hand crossbows here, which is bad, but also fine in that we don't have to run all the way up here right now then. So this is going to be a bit of just checking around to see what they are getting as I level up characters. And what does he have available? Nothing impressive, it doesn't seem like. Arrows, scroll of protection from evil and good is a very nice thing, but I don't want to pay 100 gold for it. Close. It seems like the rest is just random scraps and stuff. Ice knife is also quite great, to be honest. We could talk a bit about some of the items you have. The spell thief is obviously a great item for a no rest thing. Just getting a few more spell slots can mean a lot, and in theory on each character. So I will be buying this at some point, just to have it available. The Ring of Flinging is great, and I might buy it. It was really good before because of the interaction with Damage Rider sources, I think was sort of the community landed on that word for it. And Gloves of Missile Snaring are just a great set of gloves. The next character we get to level up, we might as well just... Actually, let's just give Wyll a random level. He can, I guess, just become a Warlock, maybe. Doesn't matter too much. Does he get anything interesting here? We need to change some of his spells. So we could leveling into something that we could actually use at this point, but Shadowheart is the most important one because we can give it to level 3 Cleric and cast Warding Bond already. For Wyll, we just spec him to be able to bring him out in here, or we could maybe make him Wizard or Sorcerer or Druid to get some of the spells. But for now, let's just... We can always do that afterwards. I don't think it's too important. We could add Protection for Evil. This is actually quite great, so let's just pick this up here. And there's none of these that work on other people, as far as I recall. Grab Findy's Vigor, just because. I don't think I need the push back. I might need it at some point, but can't speak into it on Dredge instead. So let's just take the same bunch here. Beguiling Influence is the one I've been talking about. We are going to replace a spell because Arms of Hadar is, I don't know, not exactly what I wanted to. There's not a lot of these that does what I want to do because they're not impactful enough. As you can see, Command can be very impactful at times. But other than that, we are just... Okay, we're gonna grab Hex here. And accept the level up, and then click out. And check all of our vendors again. Editing Chandran here. This whole section is me being confused about why the level up did not reset the vendor. And it turns out, a little in, what actually happened was that by cancelling the animation as soon as I had clicked level up, I did not actually level up, so none of the vendors reset. I'm leaving this bit in just so that people don't get confused about why my characters are suddenly in a weird position. But I've tried to speed it up as much as possible without making it entirely unwatchable. I hope that worked. So, just in a second we should be back to normal time, and I will leave you with the Chandran of old. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, for crying out loud. So I skipped out of the animation from the level up before, and he did not actually level up. So maybe they will reset even if I'm not near them. Oh well, sorry about that. At least I can speed through it, or you can watch me suffer as I do all the same things again. Wait. Wonder when this should be fine, right? Let's see if we actually leveled up. 17 hit points. That looks like a level up. Oh, let me see your wares. At least now they appear to be reset. Heavy crossbow +1 is not good. Okay, so we are probably allowed to spread out anyways. I guess you are going... Oh, actually, there's a better chance that I need to buy something from Mall. So Lae'zel, you can go, and Lae'zel, you can stay with me while I talk with, what's her face, Ethel. Just to get the interaction out of the way.
If it isn't the talk of the camp. It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! You look more green than yellow, Ethel. Are you hurt, cold, feverish?
More green than yellow.
Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
What are you? Let her fuss. Yeah, she's an old lady. Let her fuss for now. We don't have any reason not to think so.
That and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
Let's just
it's
ask
just
her
a
this.
healing potion. Nothing fancy. Here.
I believe this is actually a healing potion.
You just look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it, but are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
No concern of yours, but let's say the nicer way.
Stop! Even on a good day, half the camp acts like a bunch of screaming brats. I'm tempted to smack them all on the backside and tell them to kiss and make up. Not that they'd listen to little old me. Anyway, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
Oh, what harm? That sounds like
bother.
something she might say. Gain a +1 bonus to unarmed attack roll and damage, which is great. And the unhampered resistance, +2 bonus to saving throws is insane. It only works when they're not wearing armor, so it's not too relevant for what we're doing at the moment. We could buy elixirs, but we don't really need that many since we're not going to be resting. And we already have one. I think I'd want one at some point. For now, we can always come back and buy what we need. We don't need to reset her to get those. It's mostly the bloodlust elixirs we want. Just a single one is fine for those, to be honest. And then, of course, the hand crossbows. So, Wyll, did you get to your position? Sort of did. Get you down to Mall and see if she has anything good now. So, you learn as long as you live, right? So, don't cancel the animation.
I had a feeling you'd be back.
He actually does have an elixir bloodlust now, and 63. So, because Wyll has fine, I think, oh, he even has +5 persuasion, yeah. So, it's the same as if doing this with other guy. Colossus, Roaring Thunder, Mirror Image. So she can have some quite nice scrolls, but with 163 gold for one scroll, nopes. I think we're just buying this for now. Might as well send it to... No, I cannot.
Anything else?
Not right now.
You've been
Let's get out of this. Back to... We had already checked everyone here, right? I think, actually, we needed to check Mr. Druid. Where's Mr. Druid at?
Refuge well met. Is there anything-
Just checking out the scrolls to see if there's anything really important. Double protection from evil. Nay bother. So, we switch to Wyll and we level up. As there's none of this that we are going to be using. I guess you might as well. Let's just take Cloud of Daggers. In case I want to bring in someone with invisibility in order to get somewhere, we could have Wyll go back to the Chamber for now. And he would be able to summon in a Quasit as familiar. Obviously he's a Pact of the Blade Warlock, but we'll get to that eventually. Just let's just grab a Darkness there, it doesn't matter too much. So you're not going to get to do that yet. Small lad. And what does she have now? She has an Elixir Vigilance, which I also want. Also, Scroll of Cloud of Daggers is quite a great pickup. This spell is really good. So we buy the Elixir Vigilance that I'm not going to be using right now, but these can be a little hard to find. And we are leaving the scroll there, unfortunately. Even though I really sort of want it. So, leveled up. Light crossbow, nope. Is there a non-magical one? It does not appear to be. We are not hitting those rolls. We really want the second-hand crossbow so that this guy can have 2. Ideally, we'd probably want 4, but it's not too important for Lae'zel at the moment. So if we don't get this, we could just bring in like Shadowheart to level her up. We want to level her up anyways. I didn't care to check him there for the scrolls because we don't really have the money for that at the moment anyways. You're not going to be a fighter. We want to start by making you a monk. We're going to be swapping the greatsword over to Dredge. He's a Gith, so he can use greatswords. And we're going to be drinking the elixir of Hiltia and strengthening him here from the beginning. And then he's going to be using his bonus action to shoot with the offhand crossbow instead. And then Lae'zel is intended to be a monk, and her bonus action will be the unarmed attack. And to enable it, we need to, let's just read it here, attack with a monk weapon, which is any weapon we are proficient with, if I could recall correctly. That should be fine. Good, we are grabbing the monk class here. Let's please have a hand crossbow here we can buy. Is that a hand crossbow? Nope, that's a heavy one. So I might actually consider going to pick up a little more money. No, we still need to sell. Let's start by doing this. And we have a lot of armor. I'm going to be stealing his armor in a second, so we don't need these scale mills. We also don't need this. Put on some clothes. That's not a lot of clothes. Oh, well. That's how it goes. 600 gold. See, that's more like it. Now we should have plenty of gold. Does not have enough. I guess we're not selling the elixirs yet. You can see Dredge is trading. It says so here. So we are locked in at his level of discount. So 50% plus 5 persuasion and the attitude combines to give the discount. So Wyll, can you check the elixirs? Lae'zel. We have a little more gold now. Let's just check to see if he has anything good anyways. This might actually be a thing because I really like having access to some sort of area of effect. But arrows are just a lot cheaper, right? Well, these were not that cheap. Oh, it's because he's trading and she has no persuasion in the world. So do I want to buy like the Scroll of Thunder away from him before we leave, maybe? But she's not buying it anyway, so let's start by going... I think he is... I think we want to buy this just to have it available. So let's get him up here.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
This is interesting, and we'll find out what that is all about later. Oh, for now, why is it not in barter mode though? The 100 gold is still a lot for scroll, and we'll buy arrows from Dammon because we have a little more discount there. Yeah, let's buy this. Now can't keep being indecisive. It's gonna be annoying for everyone, including myself. Yeah, that's an interesting way to... I cannot imagine that being the shorter version in real life. Did we check this guy? I'm very certain that we did, yeah. Let's actually just, because he might not have enough of these other ways, we want some different arrows. Does acid damage leave an acid surface? I think it does. Let's get one of those two. The lowered armor class from acid is great as well. 160 gold. Still have enough for a couple of hand crossbows, so that should be fine. And let's get the last level up out of the way. Okay, why is he basically naked? I know I took off her armor, but I also specifically told her to not be naked. Doesn't care about that, I guess. So I think we are... Let's just check this for sure. What do we get? We get enhanced leap here, which is what I wanted to pick up. We can also just take long stride as the second one, so that we have access to those without having to build another druid in camp or something like that. So let's just do that. I think the sneak attack might be technically stronger. That class, cancel. So for rogue, we get the sneak attack and some amount of XP. Oh, we also get a second, not a second. Get perception here, which might be good. And athletics is always great to have a better chance of pushing. I think this might be stronger, and then we'll just grab the jump spell once she gets to respec her fighter level. I'm not gonna keep this amalgamation of weird classes. We are going to respec around at some point. But for now, I want to set up to go take on the crypt. That is the next, not the next fight, because there's also some other small ones around, but the next important fight to build for. Let's do this. And just make do without the jump spell, I guess. Although it is an awesome spell. So, please, Dammon, show me your hand crossbow. Please. Is there a hand crossbow? That's a hand crossbow. That's great. Ooh, he has two even then. Oh hey, editing Shantran here. At this point I went into a rant about different weapons and how nice it would have been to have a maul for Lae'zel so that she could use that as a primary attack and then use the monk action as her secondary attack. But that's all wrong. She cannot do that because we cannot use two-handed weapons as a monk weapon. And I didn't want to include that left in so that I might confuse some people that were just listening to this. For now, let's throw some money at this guy and say that's fine. And we need to switch down and see if she happens to have another great elixir down here. But other than that, we should be just about done with the trading. Arrow of Darkness. I do want one of these. And I think we're gonna say that's it for now. Yeah, that should be it. I might edit this together with something, but I'd have to leave now anyways. And I am back. So we had to leave a little suddenly last time, and I was going around doing the trading stuff here.
I had a feeling you'd
Let's get right on back into that. I just cut it together with the other one. I think I can't recall whether or not we looked at this last time. We might want a third thieves tool, but I don't think we want to pay for it, to be honest.
You've been a friend.
Good. So we were just about done with all this trading. I think we got most of the items that we wanted, but there is a little stealing that we still need to do. And for that specifically, we want to... Oh, not like that. Ah, that was annoying. Who was looking at me there? Oh, so... No? Is it Ethel? I think it was Ethel maybe that was looking at me there. So we need to not have them... Oh, this is better, but there's still someone looking. We want to have this area here. Good. And there we go. I'm gonna grab this breastplate. And then I am going to get the hell out of Dodge. No need to be stealthy anymore. I've got it. And then just get far enough away. And instead of just running all the way away, we are just gonna jump to camp. But I could have easily has run away there. There's no way he had caught me. I think Lae'zel is in the area, so I might want to move her a bit away as well. Just do that. Oh. Nope.
What to do?
Please don't. Go to the camp, please. So this double-clicking on one and it jumps to them, but doesn't actually change the character. I think it might happen again now. No, this time it worked fine. Can be a little annoying. Should have seen that it said leave camp though.
Still alive.
Yeah.
So that's progress.
So let's check what we got of items. Dual hand crossbows +1 is great. I have spotted a little mistake in my planning here, and that is that since we didn't start a spot, we actually don't have proficiency with these crossbows. So that's not going to be as awesome as I had hoped for. We are going to be wielding the Everburn Blade here as our primary attack, or Eldritch Blasting from range. For Lae'zel, on the other hand, we want her to... And that's one thing I haven't picked up yet. So for now, no, that's actually not good enough. I need a torch for her main hand, basically. We could buy them all. I think I talked about that last time, wanting to do that. And that is great as well, but it doesn't work with her monk action bonus thing. I went back and read it, and I was obviously wrong in thinking about that. I haven't played monk that much. It cannot be a two-handed weapon. That's basically it, or have the heavy. Which I don't think, the heavy tack, which I don't think anything has. So for now, we should be set up like this. I also had a nice comment about equipping these Gloves of Power, because they are not cursed anymore. They used to be back at launch, and maybe one patch or so, but apparently it's been changed a long while ago. And even though the Absolute's Bane, of course, does not work, the Sleight of Hand still does. So we do want them on Dredge here. Things should have quieted down. Back in, not back in camp, back at the Druid's Grove. I'm swapping around a couple of items here. And we also need to get our buffs going. So, for Dredge, he will be using this Everburn Blade. And for that, he needs some strength. And that is why we are going to drink this elixir of Hill Giant Strength. I would like actually another one of those sometime soon, because we want to be changing around once in a while, I think. Or maybe it goes away on a respec, that could be a thing too. So we might want to go and buy some from Ethel at some point. We can maybe do that before going to the crypts. For Lae'zel, she's going for the Elixir of Bloodlust. Preferably, we'd have her using a very strong main hand attack when she's bloodlusted, but for now, with the monk here, my plan had been the maul for main hand and then the monk hand, but since it doesn't work, we're still going to be drinking this with Lae'zel. And once we get a torch, and I know where we can find one, so it should not be hard. That should be good. I also realized that I am going to be leveling up Shadowheart now, because I want her to be a 3rd level cleric in order to cast Warding Bond. Since I want her to do that, we are just going to invite her to the party. As long as we don't go adventuring with all of these guys, should be fine. Join me. Oh, sorry for skipping past that. I hope you can survive that. Since we are doing that, we will go back to a bit of merchant playing as well. Just in case we can grab the two extra hand crossbows. So let's leave camp. They should have reset by now, and not be searching for a thief anymore. Let's get back down to Dammon here. Sorry about stealing your armor, mate. If you'd sold it to me, I probably wouldn't have stealthed it. That's not what that's called. Stolen it.
Let's get on with it.
Shadowheart, you are even there. Lae'zel. Oh, she even got there as well. That's a little weird since she's not in, but hey. It does that sometimes. So Shadowheart, you can grab your level. And she's naked. Ugh. Because she's not in an armor, and it for some reason doesn't know how to put the camp clothes on in their level up screen. She's now just gonna be naked, and you're going to have to endure this. Oh, this. Oh, the humanity. And we wait for the entire thing to happen. That's good. And let's just check these vendors anyway. There's a light crossbow. We can't use that for anything. Ooh, another hand crossbow. This is great. And we do not have a lot of gold though. So this actually gives us 4 in total, right? It does. Ooh, so that's quite nice. It's start by getting this. Lae'zel should have something we could sell. Couldn't recall whether or not we needed that one, so let's not sell that. Let's get our 87 gold. Was she not? Was this not on her? It's supposed to be on her. Guess I forgot to equip it. Yeah, that's great. Let's say that's fine for now. The reason I wanted a little bit of gold was so that I could do like this.
Hello, Ethel. Need anything? Any lotions or potions? Hey, bother.
We don't want all three of them. Just a single one should be fine. That's great. Don't really need it right now, so it's probably fine anyways. The bloodlust potion, we need to check if that's at Mole, where you at? Mole, where you at? Where's she hiding, that girl? Oh, come on, she's gotta be here some hero. Oh, there she goes.
I had a feeling you'd be back.
Yeah, if I could find you, I'd be back. None of this is interesting.
Anything else?
Leave! Yeah, let's just get the last level out of the way. Repair spells is fine. Let's just at least prepare something relevant here. We want Warding Bond, and I don't think there's anything else we need. Protection from poison could be a thing. Good. That was one more level up. I'm terribly sorry about buffing that I'm not doing because I'm cutting it out. And what are we looking for this time? Actually, a mace could be good as well. +1 mace. I think we are just going to go with the torch for Lae'zel's main hand. And Maul. Now we need to find you again. You're right there this time. That's great. Mirror of Darkness. I think I have one already, right? I have one already, so let's just skip it for now. Now perhaps we can get into the real stuff here. We needed to pick up a torch. There's always one lying right here, and there's very often some in the crypt. My voice is killing me here. Let's get some spells going from Shadowheart. He only has the 2 level 2 spells, and I don't believe there's any important poison, so we're not gonna do the warding poison thingy at the moment. Oh, Lae'zel isn't even here yet. I need to learn some of the Gith curse words. That could be sweet. So if we warding bond our main guy, he gets temporary hit points from king and stuff, as will Lae'zel with the bloodlust. I think she's supposed to always be in melee, so I think it's still better on her. It does make more sense, though, for Shadowheart, if we are going to, with a little bit of role-playing, at least, to use Warding Band on us, because she doesn't want us to die. So maybe we just do it like that, and don't think too much about it. It also means that the temporary hit point I can get, those are very effective, and I can go and soak up with them, maybe. We're doing this now, at least, and then Lae'zel will just have to heal if she gets too low. So we don't want to kick Shadowheart here. Let's get Wyll to camp as well, so we can kick him. We have no plans for him. Wyll, mate. We do not need to. Do we also want Shield of Faith? It's a first level spell slot. Let's get it going, right? Maybe we do want the extra armor on Lae'zel, though. I think she can live with that. And she's gonna be, later on, she's gonna be the one in melee, so she needs the army more. The armor more. Let's hope we don't regret this later. Lae'zel, grab a torch. We are going to burn some bandits. Or I guess monsters it ought to be in that case. This is probably the easy... No, that's not the easiest way to do that. Because I need to grab it from down here. And this is light. And this is bludgeoning. That is great. That is what we want it to be. Oh, she's not wearing any armor at the moment. Swap her back into her armor stance. So, armor class 18 with the warding bond here, and taking half damage, and we can, so basically 14 temporary hit point buffer that we need to apply.
All right. What now?
We have Shadowheart, Lae'zel at armor class 20. Using a shield here at the moment that she's going to be getting rid of later. Dropping a bit in armor class. We found the extra hand crossbows, so she's going to be equipping those as well, just in case she needs to make a ranged offhand attack or something. Her dex is obviously horrendous at this moment. But since she's proficient in it, it's the same as his offhand attack. He mostly want to be using, I guess, the unarmed one instead of this, but it's still great to have it available. I think this is all we need to do at the moment. Good. This is looking great. Yes. And thank you for joining, if you have been. I've been Chandran, and you've most definitely been awesome. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuff, and bye-bye.
An efficient